Hello, thanks for your company. Once again, the details now. The Fisheries Commission and the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, are expected to begin investigations into how more than 60 dolphins and several species of fish washed ashore on the beaches of some coastal cities this weekend. Authorities have meanwhile warned the public to exercise caution in purchasing any strange fish on the market. We'll speak to Professor Francis Nunu, Senior Lecturer, Department of Fisheries and Marine Science at the University of Ghana shortly. But first, watch this report by Mamiesi Thompson, who reported for Musu on Sunday.
Large volumes of poisoned fish washed ashore right here where I'm standing and further off. Yesterday morning, even till now, we cannot see most of them here right now because the women have cleared it and some have been buried to prevent people from taking them or sending them onto the market.
The fish, seen in various sizes, were scattered along the shore of the Osu beach. Some residents were seen gathering them, though skeptical about its wholesomeness. A resident who spoke to Joy News recounted what happened.
I'll say we saw this yesterday around 10 a.m. But normally this used to happen seasonally. So we thought it's normal, as we know. But later we find out that it's not normal because the number of fishes that are coming out and the way they are washing out from the sea is not normal. At that time, people have already collected some to market and other places and consume it. We thought it will end, but this morning we realized it still continues. So we have to come and stop everybody from picking it.
Chief fisherman for the area, Ni Tete Apo Jamloja VI, is worried consumers may no longer want to purchase their catch. Given that there was such clamor for this fish at the beach yesterday, it is possible it has already made its way onto the market. The Municipal Health Directorate and the Ghana Standards Authority are said to have taken samples for investigations. The Municipal Chief Executive for Clote Kole, Nia Ajay Teria, says the Assembly has taken some steps to ensure that people don't consume it.
We are stopping people from taking the fish from here. We've gone on air to explain to the public. Also, we have our public address systems, vans going out to announce that if people bring fish into the townships, etc., to sell their cheap or whatever, they shouldn't be patronizing it because of this.
But do you know of any all over from here to the
So we understand that this happened in other parts of the country, especially along coastal communities. But Professor Francis Nunu is a senior lecturer at the Department of Fisheries and Marine Science at the University of Ghana, and he's joined us with more on this. Thank you so much for your time, Prof. What could be happening in our waters?
Good morning to all listeners and viewers. There are many possibilities. It can be a natural event, as well as it could be from various human activities. This thing is, if it's not continuing, it can be an occasional normal event. About 2 weeks ago, we had reports of a similar incident in New Zealand, where over 100 whales were beached. So it happens occasionally in other countries as a natural event, possibly from an algae blooming, which brings some poisons or deoxygenation. It could also be through activities of humans, our excessive disposal of waste into the oceans. It could also come from leakages from oil activities, oil exploration activities, and oil production activities. It could be from seismic activity, from oil exploration activities. It could also be from bunkering activities where oil has leaked. It could also be from discards from trawlers, etc. But we are ruling out that one because the sizes are big. So no trawler will discard big fishes. It could be pollution from land, or the oil we also put into the sea, and various things. So as at yet, we can't finger any particular. Various investigations are going on, and it's only after that that we can stick our neck out and say this is what is causing the problem.
Indeed, talking about investigations, we understand that the Ministry of Fisheries is also looking into this matter. But Prof, should fishermen still go out to fish in these same waters?
Yes, the sea is huge. The oceans of the world are huge and have a natural tendency to be able to cleanse itself. So there's whole fish out there. Fishermen can go fishing. These two scenarios, the assumed dolphins and then the multi-species that we are catching, we are seeing in Accra, must be seen as related events, but a bit separate. Because if what is happening in the western part of Ghana is also the same, you could have seen more fish species in western part of Ghana. But the dolphins are separate. And in Accra, we are getting the multi-species of fish.
All right.
So I would say that fishermen are safe, but they should catch wholesome fish. They can go to sea, but catch wholesome fish.
Prof, how do they determine if the fish is wholesome? You've given us a lot of reasons why we are seeing what we are seeing, and one of them was algae blooming. You mentioned that, which creates poisoning in the water. So how do I know if the fish I'm catching has come into contact with that poison, and as at the time of being caught had not yet died? How do they determine the wholesomeness of the fish?
Fishermen have the signs. Actually, when you pick a fish which is freshly caught, you see that the gills, I can see from your TV, from your screens, the gills are red and fresh. But if the fish has some smell, as well as have some spots, or the gills are not as red as it's supposed to be, the fishermen have ways of telling that this is not a freshly caught fish. It's not a wholesome fish. So look at the telltale signs on the fish, especially look at the gills.
Going to the seashore, you see some of these fishermen come with tons of fish. Are they going to go through each of them to say, and my question to you is, isn't it safe to give ourselves a certain period for which we can determine the exact cause before saying it's safe for a fisherman to go back?
Hopefully by tomorrow, various reports from various incidents will come out. My department, the Department of Marine and Fisheries Science of the University of Ghana, is collaborating with IESS of the same university. We have taken samples, and as at now, we are almost at the lab analyzing them. The Fisheries Commission has taken samples, the FDA and others, GSA, have all taken samples, and various labs are really on the spot working. So we are hoping that latest by tomorrow or even by close of day, we can pinpoint something. But for now, to avoid panic, people can go about their normal business, and the situation is not as because the outpour of the fish have ceased for now. It's not continuously. It's that one day that it came in, so it has ceased. So for now, we will say that the sea is okay. People can go fishing. All
right, Prof, we just heard you mention some signs that fishermen use to detect if fish is wholesome. We've been encouraged not to eat these fish that washed ashore in various communities, but we know that some people would want to cash in on the situation. So if I'm going to the market, what should I also be looking out for to be sure that I am purchasing fish that is wholesome?
Yes, we shouldn't purchase fish that is so cheap. Such fishes will be sold very cheaply. We all know the normal average rough prices of fish. So if you see somebody selling a very huge, high class fish for very cheap, you must question it. You must question it. And also, if you look at the fish, you should look at the telltale signs that I'm talking about. Cheap fish is dangerous. Please, let's not buy cheap fish.
Finally, before you go, Prof, so what happens next after we determine the cause of this incident?
Yes, the various institutions are going to issue out directives, and that will include some policy directives or something to the industry as to what we should do and to the public as to what we should do. But for now, we can go about our normal business and be careful of these fishes. And I would say that the various institutions should quickly inform the public on the situation so that we can know what to do.
I appreciate your time this morning. Professor Francis Nunu is Senior Lecturer at the Department of Fisheries at the University of Ghana. So he just says that don't panic and go about your normal business, but be careful what you buy on the market.